everybody, and welcome to another episode of Patchworks Farms. My name is Melissa, and today we are working on the high tunnel. We do have the bows all up, and that was actually done by some very dear friends of ours. Mike had surgery last week, so we couldn't do anything with it, and they came over and surprised us. We didn't even know they did it. So we want to thank them very much, Michael, Sarah, and Jonathan, for coming and doing that. And then we are working on some other stuff today.
Hey everybody, so I guess Melissa probably already told you, but our friends came and blessed us. We were totally surprised. We didn't even realize it. I had surgery last week and I haven't been able to really get out and do anything. Melissa came out yesterday when I was on my way home from work, and she called me and said something about me working on the high tunnel. She was almost mad because wasn't supposed to be doing anything last week. But I didn't know anything about it, and we came out. And so our trusses were set and our bows were set. So Michael and Sarah and Jonathan's staff, we thank you guys so much. I'm sure Melissa already said that, but I wanted to throw it in there too. It's such a blessing, and not often you find people that'll come do that for you, so thank you so much. Anyway, what I'm doing now is I'm getting the purlins ready. Sorry if I'm out of breath. I'm still kind of recovering, trying to get back into the swing of things. Right now what we're doing, so we pounded these posts into the ground 2.5 feet. And when you're driving 2-inch posts, they're not all gonna drive in the same. And so there's a little difference in where they're set across. So what I'm doing is I'm taking 2 different colors of Sharpie. I'm laying my purlins out on our bottom rail, and I'm marking the center on the left side, which if you come over here, you can see. I've got a blue mark in the center of each of these uprights. The next thing I'm doing is I'm moving these over to the right side, and I'm gonna mark the centers of those uprights with a different color pen. That way I'll know blue is left, red is right. And then I'm gonna split the difference between those 2 marks, and that's where I'm gonna place the center of the peak, is in between those 2, just to kind of even it out so it doesn't look too out of whack, you know, when we put the plastic and everything on. Obviously it's a high tunnel, nobody's living in it, and you know, the plants don't care what it looks like, but I want it to look pretty nice. So right now that's what I'm doing, is I'm getting the purlin set so we can put the middle one up in the peak and have these pretty well evened out.
Meanwhile, we got Remy over there hanging out with us today, chomping on some grass.
You have to kind of drive a stake out here if you want to roll off of the bottom rail. I'll just put the stake in there, just kind of hold it in place. And so if you come over here, you can see this one not terribly too far off from its opposite. It's about a 1/4 to 1/2 inch. But you get over here, and this one starts getting a little further apart than the next one. So I'm just going to place red lines in the center of these ones, and then in between the red and blue will be my center point that I will actually attach the purlin to the peak to space it out.
you can see he's gone and marked these with the red marker as he said he was going to, so that we can get it where it needs to be. We'll get closer, every one. Just in case any of you are wondering why we have a trailer parked under here, this is going to be our platform for getting the purlins up in the air.
Okay, so as you can see, Melissa probably already walked you down and showed you. That's good, but that one's got a couple inches, couple inches, couple inches. So driving these posts into the hard compact clay bounces them around quite a bit. Not to mention the fact that I've never done this before, so I'm sure guys that do high tunnels all the time, or you know, some guys smarter than me, probably get these perfect all the way across the board. I'm not that intelligent, I guess. But anyway, like I said, nobody's living in it. It's not structural, and I don't think it's going to make a difference in how the plants grow in here. So I'm going to split the difference and even them out, and we're going to go with it. Normally I'm pretty OCD. Actually, this is going to drive me nuts knowing this, but you know, it's too late. They're in the ground and we ain't pulling them.
Well, there we have it. The top purlins put on from one end to the other with our movable platform.
All right, give you an idea what these clamps look like. So these are designed to put purlins in without any screws on the top, so when the plastic goes over it, it doesn't tear the plastic. So these clamps just basically go right on either side of the purlin. And then the screws for the nuts and the bolts go. Carriage bolts in and the nuts on there. And then it's a nice smooth top so it doesn't tear the plastic. We've got the center run done, and we've got 2 runs on the right and 2 runs on the left to do. And then we can start putting up channel for our wire.
And just in case you were wondering what the platform looks like, this is the platform that we built for the top of the trailer so we don't fall through it.
Good old Rona. This truck has been a winner. We call her Rona because we got her during the 2020 times. But she's been a good truck. She works great on this farm, and we're just using her to pull this trailer back and forth for our platform. So that's what we came to Tennessee in. We actually lived in that truck under the canopy for 2 weeks with our dogs. Literally slept in the back of that truck canopy for 2 weeks while we cleared the land to get the cabin in. So we'll have to share that video sometime.